First tonight, we want to get right to breaking news in Providence. An enormous wind-whipped fire has burned multiple homes on Eaton Street. That's near Providence College.
The fire started a couple of hours ago and heavy gusts blew the flames onto homes next door. We've learned more than a dozen PC students have been displaced. The high winds have caused numerous other problems across southern New England.
Let's go out live to Eyewitness News reporter Steph Machado, where there is still a very active scene. Steph?
Well, firefighters have actually just gotten the fire contained within the last about half an hour here. It started on this triple-decker on Eaton Street and then spread to the two adjacent homes. All three were on fire at one point. Firefighters were able to contain the fire before it spread to any more houses here on Eaton Street. Now, Public Safety Commissioner Stephen Perry and Mayor Jorge Elorza were on the scene here as they battled the flames. They say wind was a major factor in the flames spreading to those two other homes. They say if firefighters got here even minutes later, it could have spread to more homes. Now, Mayor Jorge Elorza also says a police officer was the first person on scene and helped evacuate more than a dozen Providence College students.
Brave police officer who was the first on scene made sure she got everyone out of the adjacent houses out. So really tremendous work by her.
It just went up in flames. It was just wooden houses just go up so quick.
And officials say nobody has been hurt so far in the fire. They believe the house where the fire actually started was vacant. Now, there is a company that owns the majority of the houses on this street and rents them out to Providence College students. Those two adjacent homes were owned by that company, but the actual home where the fire started was owned by a retired firefighter, according to Commissioner Perry. Now, it's too early in the investigation to determine if this fire is suspicious, and they do not yet know the cause. Live with the Providence Mobile Newsroom, Steph Machado, Eyewitness News.
We begin with breaking news that we first brought you on Eyewitness News at 5.
Fire at a Providence triple-decker spreads to both of its next-door neighbors. Heavy winds fanned the flames that destroyed the building where it started.
Now, fortunately, everyone inside made it out safely. Both of the homes next door were occupied by Providence College students. A dozen firefighters were also hurt battling this challenging blaze.
We have in-depth coverage tonight. Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca has details on the windy weather that stoked these flames.
New at 6, Eyewitness News reporter Perry Russum has details on how PC is helping the students displaced by the fire.
But first, let's go to Steph Machado live on the scene. Steph?
Firefighters have managed to contain the flames, which spread to 3 different homes here on Eaton Street. We want to show you what they're doing right now. They are actually at the house where the fire started. It's a triple-decker. You can see how destroyed this home is, and it did spread. The fire spread to the homes on the left and right of the Eaton Street triple-decker. We've also learned that 12 firefighters were taken to the hospital. A massive fire engulfs an Eaton Street triple-decker and quickly spreads to the houses on the left and right.
It was an extremely intense fire, and they were able to knock it down pretty quickly.
The wind just took the whole house on fire within like 10 minutes.
Fire officials say wind was a major factor in causing the fire to spread. Captain Kevin Jutras says 12 firefighters were taken to the hospital.
We're talking sprains, lacerations that have occurred, and I think 1 or 2 were as a result of heat exhaustion.
He says 12 sounds like a large number, but the entire fire department was here. Mayor Jorge Elorza says a police officer who arrived before firefighters was able to evacuate the adjacent homes where more than a dozen Providence College students live.
A brave police officer who was the first on scene made sure she got everyone out of the adjacent houses out. So really tremendous work by her.
At this point, officials believe that this home was vacant where the fire started. It's one of the only houses on the street that's not occupied by off-campus college housing. Officials say it's too early to determine if this fire was suspicious. The arson squad was here, and the cause of the fire is under investigation. Live with the Providence Mobile Newsroom, Steph Machado, Eyewitness News.